Alright, YouTubers, here we are yet starting another project. This is a 2006 Dodge Durango, all-wheel drive. It has the 4.7 liter V8. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I was stalking it pretty much all summer long till it came down in price for me to buy it. I just couldn't see myself paying $4,000 for a donor vehicle for an up-and-coming project. So here we're gonna have a look at it. I figured I'd shoot some footage before I take the top off, and there's nothing really left of it. So yeah. This thing was loaded, man. It had a TV on top, and it looked rear heat or air. The seats had a couple cracks in it here, but other than that, it's not overly bad. But it has, what do we got here? At 237,000, and I'm actually going to use the dash on the donor. I'll try to utilize as much as I can from this guy for the up-and-coming project. Oh yeah, I put a new hoist in. Another new hoist for the shop. Well, new to me anyways. So that makes it number 3 in here. Kind of spoiled now. There's the engine. 4.7 liter. I was really hoping to get one with the Hemi, but beggars can't be too choosy about things. So yeah, there you have that, the good donor. I was stalking this one, and an S10 had the same wheelbase for this up and coming project, and a Ford Ranger was also one, but I was kind of hoping I could get one of these because they were already V8s. And this thing here has a 6-speed automatic as well, so it'd be pretty awesome on the highway. But look, she's rotten. But the frame is nice and strong on these, and thick. All right, YouTubers, this is day number 2 of this dismantle of the Dodge Durango. A lot of parts, eh? It wasn't too rusty. Some surface rust here. Other than that, it wasn't overly bad in the floor pan area. But it's just these other areas here are the worst. And you see all these foams? That is why I do not use any plasma cutters until I know it's safe. This stuff burns like crazy. That's why so many vehicles burn and shops burn, because of all the foam and glues. But yeah, this thing had rear air conditioning. Look at this. Rear air and heat. So I'm trying to take it out really nicely so I don't disturb the Freon in this, because I want to try to reuse it. So I'll put it in the new vehicle as easy as I can and watch those lines, because I don't want to pay for the Freon. It's over doubled this year, so I'm going to try to keep that intact. And the air conditioning works just great in this thing. I'm probably going to cut it probably just on this other side of this here, all the way across, and then I'm going to pull the whole back off before I bring the International Metro inside and I start doing my final measurements and planning this whole thing out. I'll have a beer with them and we'll plan this all out. But today I'm doing the front end I take this front end all off, all the plastics. See how much room I've got. Dreading taking that windshield out. I hate taking windshields out. I always seem to break them. So if anybody needs Durango parts, I have Durango parts. I've got all of the parts. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna put this on the hoist pretty soon. And get rid of these boards, these step-up boards. And do some more planning before I actually cut the floor here and get rid of the back section. I'm gonna utilize the dash. I'm gonna put that in the Metro. I'm gonna use the steering column. I'm gonna try to use as much of the dash as possible. But we'll see. But yeah, this thing should still run like no problem. I'm constantly, yep, there you go. I'm constantly checking from time to time just to make sure that she still runs. Just in case I disturbed something and then it's a big headache afterwards. Especially when it comes to this wiring stuff. So yeah, there you go. A big mess. Okay, I'm gonna get back to work. All right, YouTubers, here we are. I got the Durango stripped down pretty good. Almost ready for the big drop. I gotta change the muffler. And did you know if you buy one off of Amazon, just in its factory stock box, it's like $10 cheaper without the extra box inside a box. Yeah, she's pretty clean. I'm gonna try my best to work all of this in. I'd really love to have the air conditioning working and all of the options, cruise control and power seats. I'm gonna do my best to work all of that in. I'm hoping I can just drop this on and cut the firewall here and make a new doghouse so I can get at the engine. So we'll see how that goes. Here's hoping, fingers crossed. And yeah, the Metro's inside. New hoist is excited to do that job of dropping that body on top of this frame. Let's go over to the Metro. She's rough. She's really rough, but it's a Metro. You don't see them every day. Forrest is checking things out. Buddy. And I checked the measurements and it's the perfect measurements. From here to there for the dash, I'll just have to V it out. Yeah, I spent 5 hours pressure washing this darn thing. These step wells were right full of mud, both sides. And this was actually 2x6s in here with a piece of plywood over top. I wouldn't be surprised if that's factory. She's a Metro. There's lots of metal work to do on this guy. So I'm gonna have to spend pretty much most of the winter fixing the sides of this thing and the doors. The other side's worse. This side here has got it's been hammered in. And there's a hole. So I'm gonna try to pull much dents out and but I'm gonna keep the paint the way it is and blend it all in. I must have washed about 50 pounds of moss off this thing. and mud. The mud inside was just insane. This here floor is plywood with a thin layer of steel over top. So I'm probably gonna have to tear all of that up because this Durango floor is gonna be like a hill. So yeah, it's too bad. The floor is actually pretty solid. I guess all of the mud preserved it and junk that was in here. I got that door sliding, but this one here is seized, so I'm gonna have to do some work to this, work my magic. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. See what I mean? I'm gonna have to make a whole new order. She's rotten. Hammer some of these big dents out here as best I can. But I'm gonna leave this Crescent Creamery. It's awesome. It's beautiful. And redo these back doors, and it's rotten in the normal spot. Both sides are shot, so I'll have to make that piece. I'll have to fire up the plenishing hammer, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. And this van, it actually came from Swan River, Manitoba. That's where I was born, so it's kind of pulling my heartstrings a bit. This one here, this project. It'd be neat seeing that Durango dash right across here with all the options of air conditioning and radio and buttons to push. Get rid of all of this. Yeah, it's rotten up here too. So I'll have to make pieces for inside. And there you have it. Yeah. Crescent Creamery, Swan River, Manitoba. Fun and exciting project ahead. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to drop it on. All right, peace out. Catch you on the next one.